Democrats. What is your expectation right now? Do you think we're going to trump the Trump 35-day shutdown?
Well, okay.
How far can this go?
So my theory is I think this is all political because it's the Democrats. Democrats are better at politics. Republicans are better at policy. And right now, of course, Chuck Schumer's afraid of AOC running against him in New York for Senate. I think she's ultimately going to run for president, so I don't know why he's afraid. But I also think it's the Virginia election coming up less than a month from now. Because you have all of these federal government employees that live in Northern Virginia, and by shutting the government down, they're at home. Maybe they're probably not that upset because they're not working, but they're campaigning. But it's also drawing attention that President Trump you can't work with him, and I think they're just trying to draw and distract from the fact they have no agenda. To President Trump is shut the government down and trying to play that blame game, and the other fact is they're literally doubling down and saying they want health care benefits for illegals, which just boggles me and all of my constituents back home. My constituents in Northeast Indiana, they're not buying it. I mean, they are so upset with the Democrat Party because of how they're defending illegals more than they're defending the American people. And so I think this is not. I think it's going to backfire on the Democrat Party. But my guess is that it's going to go as long as they think. If they can somehow build some momentum again in Virginia, if they can't, then the shutdown will be done.
Do you think it will stop when the firings start? Is that a possibility?
Well, and you know what? I mean, my constituents, again, the economy, the foundations and the fundamentals are solid. But still, because of President Biden's policies and inflation, people are still paying higher prices for food, for clothes, for insurance. I mean, now our insurance policies are renewing, and utilities are higher than ever before, and people are really stretched right now. And I know they also believe that President Trump is the one that can fix it, and that he is fixing it. But I think that once non-essential, I mean, that's the other thing that makes people chuckle back home is what's a non-essential employee? I mean, go talk to any business owner in Indiana. They don't have non-essential employees. Either you're essential and you need to be at work, or else they don't need you. And so I think the fact that President Trump is willing to start letting the federal workforce go, I think is a good thing to do. We don't need as much government as we have out here.
Where would you trim?
Oh, I would start everywhere. I mean,
anything.
The IRS.
Okay.
I mean, the IRS is a train wreck. I mean, it's horrible. We need, like, FDA is important because we have applications that are coming in for approvals for hips and knees out of the orthopedic industry in Warsaw. The USDA is bloated. I mean, I'm in the food business, and it took me 9 months to get a label approved by the USDA. And it's like, this is for beef sticks. This is not for a nuclear facility. And but that's another area too. We need agencies that'll help move nuclear power across the finish line faster, because that's another huge need. So I was talking to Judge Jeanine Pirro briefly about her office here in D.C. and asked her if she had those people who basically sat at their desk and said, we're going to wait you all out, which happened in the first Trump administration. And she's like, no, we let them go. And basically, we're cleaning these offices up. And if you're not going to work, we're going to let you go. So this is a different Trump administration, and he's got good, strong leadership to help him clean the government up.
What other tools in the arsenal do you think exist for Republicans to get this thing done?
Well,
because the firings, they say, could bring some Democrats to the table. Mm-hmm. But is there anything? I know you've got nothing on your plate. You passed it in the House. Right. It's really up to the Senate now. But what do you think they can do?
What I think the Senate should do, and this is eliminate the cloture vote on budgetary votes. That's the difference. That we have in the House. We don't have that. We don't have to have 250 members of the House vote to shut off debate to go to final passage. In the Senate, you have to have 60 senators vote to shut off debate to go to final passage. So that's where you need your 6-7 Democrats. to vote to pass cloture, I think that should be eliminated. The party who is elected to be in power should be able to budget and pass their budget, and then they're going to be accountable to the American people. And if the American people don't like it, they're going to vote them out of office. So I think that's the big change that should happen, and it's a message that I'm going to start pushing. You can keep the 60-vote cloture on other policy matters and things like that, but we have to be able. This is not the way to run a business. This is not the way to run a government, where just a couple of Democrats can stop the whole thing.
Thank you so much, Congressman. I really appreciated talking to you.
Likewise, thanks.
Great. Wonderful.